Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Subnautica. I believe last time we left off around this part. Unfortunately, I had to stop a little short because for some reason this part of the ship had glitched out. Actually, now that I've reloaded... Yep, there's all the junk. Strange, it rarely glitched... The game rarely glitches out on me like that. Not sure why it's choosing now to start bugging out. Oh well. No matter. Also, I'm already in the Aurora, and you already know what needs to be done in here. Open sesame. I'm surprised. Honestly, first glance, I'm actually amazed the ship... This much of the ship is intact as it is. If you don't mind, I'm gonna be... Oops, that's right. Oops. Cutting out all the fires, because let's be honest, fire consumes oxygen and... I feel like something weird just happened. Frick, I can't see anything. As you know, fire burns oxygen, and I can tell there really isn't that much of it in this ship. Look, you can actually see the thin layer of smoke on the ceiling. Aqua. Putting out the fires does help. IRL would actually help our divers. Ooh. Ability to breathe significantly. A Cyclops engine fragment. I'm surprised. I'm glad they put these in here. It's just strange, they never had any of these kind of fragments inside the actual ship. Like I said, I'm glad they did. The TransGov profile. TerraCorp. One of the largest suppliers of spacefaring technologies and consumer electronics in the Federation, and the official supplier of the TSF. That's good. Consistently ranked among the galaxy's best employers. Began life as a defense manufacturer in the mid-22nd century. National motto, get what you deserve. Is it just me, or does Alterra sound like this universe's version of Weyland-Yutani from the Alien franchise? I mean, you see the Alterra logo anywhere, just like in any Alien movie? You always find the the Weyland-Yutani logo. I'm just glad here they don't have us hunting face-hugging, chest-bursting aliens. Though most transgoes can trace their respect to Earth, Alterra meaning by Earth is the only one brazen enough to take its name. Expansion. Alterra supplied arms to all sides, acquiring and housing a vast colonist workforce, and making the transition from manufacturer to corporate state. Alterra's threat to cease trade was one of the turning points in the conflict, bringing about the end of hostilities and the signing of the Charter. Smart move on their part. Free enterprise within Alterra space is encouraged, but competition is tight, and all goods exported off-world must be Alterra branded. Profitable businesses are bought out by the state, owners ascending to the board of directors. Well-known Alterra technologies like the Cyclops submersible originated with such private enterprises. Despite superficial similarities to national governments, the corporation's lawyers have always maintained that it has no legal obligation to its employees, but voluntarily elects to take on the roles usually served by a democratically elected government. This claim has not yet been tested in Federation. Layman's terms, even if you're part of I keep saying Weyland-Yutani, god dang it. Even if you're part of Alterra, basically, you're on your own. They won't cover your sorry behind. Which, honestly, is too bad. Also, I get that if they do really want to get their product off the shelves, being forced to sell to Alterra, in the end, is a good thing. But in hindsight, Alterra probably gets a majority share of the profits. Which means means the one who actually created the damn thing in the first place probably gets, like, next to nothing. Of course, I'm not saying they made a wrong choice, but I'm just saying, ow, hot. I'm just saying, whenever someone does something like this, they always have to wonder how much money they can make off of it. And if money is going to be made off of it, how much are they gonna get from it, and also how much are they willing to fork over to get it off the ground? I actually remember an episode of The Big Bang Theory where that happened. where Leonard, Howard, and Sheldon tried to apply for a patent for the new gyroscope, they were attempting to build, but had to do it on their own, considering the university would get a majority share of the profits. And Howard would have ended up with nothing. I can tell when it comes to making inventions, and trying to find a patent for it and being able to stick with it is hard. But, and there's always the chance someone could steal your idea first. Like, one thing I noticed, this is corny to my old man, but I saw a commercial a while ago about a machine that actually creates soda from water, like carbon. Makes it all fizzy and carbonated and such. According to my old father, that was my idea. Of course, I have a very vague recollection of ever creating such an idea, but it does honestly sound like me. I'm just saying, if I actually had the knowledge or the know-how to apply for a patent all those years ago, who knows, I'd be way better off than I am now. Not saying I'm in a bad place, no. I'm happy with what I have. I'm in a very difficult but good job. I still have my family. And I know. But eventually, I am gonna have to find a way to make money on my own, which is that's basically everybody's problem these days. People gotta find a way to make more and more money. Because the cost of everything is going so high, and jobs are becoming less easy to find. In layman's terms, it's a sad but a true fact. Money makes this world go round. I'm gonna need more. Okay, I know where I'm going now. Let's see, only temporarily, because unfortunately there are bleeders in this water. How do these parasites even get in? The bleeder. A simple parasitic organism little more complex than the common space tick, but just as dirty. Okay, also used for collection and digestion of blood drawn from host creatures. Ick, ick. God damn it! Off. Off! Where was I? Alright. Rows of teeth and mandibles used to attach the skin of the victims. Bleeders also speak important because it suggests they have evolved primarily as carrion feeders, but they are also prone to target larger living creatures which are less likely to notice and take action against them. Smart. Tackle the creatures that would be too large to even notice. I mean, larger creatures always have to deal with pests every day of their lives. Ooh, nutrition block. Good, I'm hungry. What was that? Oh, I saw something. Here we are. Here we are at the Seamoth Bay. What's this? The VR Sweet Log. Settings program. Desert Island Drama.VR18. 3 players, resources, normal. A VR game. Spawning players on beach. Player 1 has been washed away by an unusually high tide. Player 2 has traded a coconut with Player 3 for 10 credits. Player 3 has planted a coconut. Players are getting hungry. Player 3 has grown a coconut tree. Player 3 has eaten a coconut. Player 3 is no longer hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 for 30 credits. Player 2 has eaten a coconut but is still hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 in exchange for building a tent. Player 3 is sleeping inside their tent. Player 2 is cold. Night falls. A passing ship is offering trading. Player 2 has traded 30 credits for a musket. Player 3 has been shot twice in the head while sleeping. Player 2 wins. Player 2 has died from cold and starvation. Wait, if Player 3 planted a coconut tree and he grew a coconut tree, and I'm guessing players couldn't take each other's stuff. Yes, these are pieces of the sea moth, pieces which I don't actually need. But this I do need. The Cyclops Depth Module. Yep, here's the drive room. We could go on, but I need to seal up the drive core.
The drive core shielding sustained internal damage during collision.
I'm not surprised.
Repair without appropriate qualifications.
Right now, I'm the only one here, so I think the only real qualification is being alive. So I'd say I pass with flying colors. Wow, with this filmic graphic color grading, everything looks so much more ominous. I don't know what. Sorry if I keep looking away. I'm looking at the other screen where I'm using the software to record this. For some reason, everything seems to be on the other screen seems to be lagging. Ow, 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 ow. I don't think it comes. Of course, I've seen my videos where I've seen this, and it doesn't appear that the lagging carries over. But still, I wonder why it's happening in the first place. I guess the amount of FPS in here is low. The Cyclops Engine Efficiency Module.
New blueprint acquired.
Radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Warning, local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Drive core shield. The Aurora's drive core is shielded by a thick metal shell, which breached in multiple locations shortly after the crash. Once breached, it will continue to leak radiation into the surrounding environment until the breaches are sealed. After that point, the radiation in the environment will dissipate over time. This procedure should only be attempted with appropriate radiation. I wouldn't say fully charged, but it's charged just enough. Let's get to work.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Oh, I just realized something. Out of the water, out of the water, out of the water. I forgot, this place is just as full of bleeders. Get off, get off, get off! Why isn't it coming off? Back, I say! Back! Looks like the smell of death has lured them all to me. Oh, no, you don't. Holy! A Karar-infected bleeder. That's a first. Ooh, those are just my fins. Okay, I think that's all of them. That is annoying as flies in your ears.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
In terms of Subnautica news, I am quite excited about the new Arctic DLC that's going to be coming out. I've only seen like art and such, no gameplay, but of course since it's not actually out yet. But still, it is something new to look forward to. I mean, this game turned out to be such a big hit.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
3 more.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
I see him.
Containment breach repaired.
Last one.
Further breaches detected.
There we go.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Extinction crisis averted. Just want to put that out. I don't necessarily have to, but it'll make me feel better. Also, in other news, don't expect any Far Cry updates from me for a while. Or at least not until next week, I hope. I don't know why, but I was having an autosave loop issue with that game. I think I may have fixed it for now, but I have yet to check and see if it actually worked. Also, I'm sure you're already aware that Far Cry 5 came out recently. Honestly, Far Cry Primal is the only real game out of the whole franchise that caught my attention. The others just... not so much. Ooh, a battery. Let's see. Temporarily. Yowza, that's still bright! Like the new shirt? Well, it's not necessarily new, I got it a long time ago, but I never actually decided to wear it until now. Yep, Yoro's auxiliary mission orders. Search and rescue the possible survivors of the Degassi. Radiant. Yep, no survivors. Almost a decade ago. Okay. We already got each of the manifests, and sadly, no one survived. Unfortunate, but hey, given the situation we have on this world, I'd actually be shocked if they did. Sweet offer?
Integrating new PDA data.
From Higgins to Wilson. You're telling me you've been on this rig more than a year and you never took a ride on the outside? Well, now you've only gone and gotten yourself a friend with the key to a giant frickin' robot suit. We plain got nothing to do till we get Starside to work on the gate. You want to taste the stars, you've only got to say. My spare prawn suits, you've got your name on it. You don't know what power feels like until you've crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily mechanically augmented hands. Want to play catch with a meteor? Come by cabin number 1. Code's 1869. Good grief. Not gonna lie though, that does sound quite interesting. I'll take that. And that. There we go. My God, I can't see crap. Finally made it to the prawn bay. Uh-oh.
Complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached statistically significant levels. No adverse effects detected. Be vigilant for symptoms.
That's comforting.
Picking up a faint black box signature originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Ooh, a power cell. Yes, I see the message. Shh. Whew. Oh, come on, what am I stepping over? Ah, the storage module. Shame I can't crouch. Come to daddy. And there's the prawn suit.
New blueprint acquired.
The majority of the fire is contained. Now for the fun part. It actually does require a lot less energy in picking up than just launching them. Now I can see. Mine as well. Not sure how that works, but what the heck. I'll deal with this and then we can start moving on to the quarters. Ow! Ow! Good. I'm looking at my other screen right now. I'm actually able to see things a little more clear. Here we go. Yep, my inventory is all full. Oh, yes. Standing in fire, that's smart. Bar table.
New blueprint acquired.
The vending machine.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
Today's menu, huh? Starter spacebar
New
village.
PDA data.
Since their introduction into this interstellar vacuum in the 21st century, microscopic tardigrades, or space bears, have adapted and flourished where no other life forms have survived. Considered condensed into a smooth, nutty, protein-rich soup, they are space bears, huh? Cottage pie or nutrient block, rehydrated minced beef in its own gravy, served with a topping of mashed Chinese potato, sauteed Chinese potato plant leaves. For the time-conscious consumer, the usual nutrient block options are available. Cold or reconstituted and the on-site fabricated. Dried fruits and nuts. Unfortunately, a recent accident in Cargo Bay 3 involving the incorrect application of a repulsion cannon, in combination with a modified battery charger, resulted in the venting into space of all dehydrated desserts. Aww! Fruits, and nuts will be the only available dessert for the next... damn. I can tell that the idiot who caused that must have gotten an earful from the rest of the crew. Like, no desserts? Not that I really ever eat desserts. At least after a meal. Anyways. I mean, like for a snack? Yeah, but on its own, I'll never. A single bed.
New blueprint acquired.
First aid kit. Can't use that. Cabin 1. Hang on.
New blueprint acquired.
Isn't there like a duffel bag in these rooms? You know, somewhere I could just store everything? Aha! Oh, what am I doing? Let's see. I can always make more, and I can come back for them, too. But I need room for the essential stuffs like water and these first aid kits. Oh, there's another one. I don't understand. Why you can't pick them up if they're full? That was never a thing. Might as well. I know what I can do. I can use that to store all any of the neat stuff I got.
New blueprint acquired.
Responsible autonomous relationships. Foreword by Jenny Eckert.
New PDA data.
All the good things in life are commodities. We trade love just as we buy and sell stock. We engage in human relationships when there is a fair exchange of values. Support, motivation, affection. Nothing good is ever free. Ain't that the truth? If every physical good in the Federation came from a single supplier, it would constitute a dangerous monopoly. Personal relationships are the same. It is important for people to get what they need from multiple sources. If a person finds a better source of the goods they require, they are not wronging their original supplier by changing their purchasing arrangements. If one member of a relationship should feel threatened or jealous, they must look at their own business model and ask whether it is performing competitively. There is always room. I suppose from a logical standpoint, there is method to this madness. If a person is feeling jealous, then they have to take a look at their own relations and find out what exactly are they doing wrong, or how exactly are they not measuring up. If a person cheats, there probably is for a reason for that, or they're just a complete dick. I think 9 times out of 10 that usually tends to be the case, but in the rare case that... Still don't have the code for the captain's quarters. Not yet, anyways. Altera Arms Pamphlet. Charity is an archaic concept which the realism of today's Alterans has rendered obsolete. We understand that we are each responsible for ourselves, but the best way to get the most for ourselves is to work together with Altera. The implication of this reasoning is clear. If someone is in need, they must find a way to be needed. Altera Alms is a training academy for those that need to be needed. We're not a charity because we don't ask for handouts. We prefer to think of ourselves as a philanthropic, beneficent facilitation service promoting synergy between employer and workforce. AA operates on a lottery system. By investing any number of credits, you will be entered into our prize draw. Larger investments yield higher chances of winning. Your credits will go toward training unskilled colonists in vital tasks such as maintenance and interpersonal skills. The colonists receive this training voluntarily and free of charge, on condition of a minimum contract with one of our investors on completion of their training. I see. So basically there's sort of a lottery for internships and new employees. Yeah, I have to admit, Terra's methods of business are quite interesting. I mean, could you imagine how different our world would be if we tried something like that today? Would it even work? Is a better question. A legal recording.
Listen, I know I don't have the right to make demands of you, but I need you to understand that I want to change our arrangement.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to respect it. How would you like to change it?
I would like to reduce our contact hours.
How much further can we do that?
To 0.
You're dumping me.
I'm changing the terms of our relationship.
How is it still a relationship if we don't see each other?
It's a relationship of a kind. You have so many expectations.
I feel you just want to spend more time with that dumb guy in his dumb robot suit.
That's not a feeling. It's a judgment. And I feel hostility in what you're saying. Perhaps your jealousy is a sign that you need to take another look at your business model. Why can't you just be happy for me?
I am happy for you, and I'm happy for all the guys in the prawn bay. I'm just not happy for me.
This is why I want to change our arrangement.
Yeah, it actually happened. It does sound a little sad. Also, when I always read that little bit, I never actually assumed that they'd actually be women. I mean, perhaps call me what you will, but I always assumed it was between a man and a woman, because that's basically how we're trained to think. But I'm not surprised it's a relationship of women, in between two women. I got nothing against that. It's homosexuals, whether they're male or female. If they find happiness in someone of their own gender, then good for them. They will just need an excuse to criticize everything. Not sure why that's a thing. It looks like that's everything I can get out of here. Natural selection? 2. No thanks. Looks like that's everything we can get out of here for now. But, before we do head out, there's still some stuff I need to get. That's just the black box data. Kind of a maze down here, so it's kind of easy to get lost in. But I think I still remember the way. Yep, here it is. Aurora black box data.
Integrating new PDA data.
Aurora black box. Initiated slingshot maneuver around planet 4546b. High velocity energy pulse detected on planet surface. Emergency distress signal sent to Altera listening buoy via long-range comm relay. Impact detected. Life pod bays on starboard side. Compromised. Outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated. Manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Life pods 1 through 25 launched successfully. Entering planetary atmosphere. Massive impact registered. Drive cord shield compromised. Emergency bounce backs received from 8 life pods on planet surface. Human life signs detected over long range at T plus 8 hours. 1. Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential systems maintenance chief Riley Robinson. Turns out that's actually this guy we've always been playing it. I never figured that out until recently. I don't know why he's unaccounted for. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T plus 8 hours to high priority terminal and captain's quarters. Monitoring equipment failed at T plus 13 hours. I'm pretty sure I'll find what I need back at the life pod. Well, you know what they say, any crash you can walk away from is a good one. Unless it explodes immediately after, in which... Crap, and I left behind all the batteries. Good thing I left those behind, though, otherwise I'd be up crap creek with no paddles. I mean, I could just as easily get a battery using the console commands, but I've already got plenty of them over here, so... Let's see, where were they? Over here, I think. Yep. Inventory full, dum-dum. Okay, something gotta get. No need for a useless battery. Oh. Got more than enough stuff to build my base now. And soon we're about to have one of the tools that'll be essential in helping me deal with the Reapers and the other Leviathans. I do have to continue to say thank you to Jacksepticeye in his later Subnautica videos for taking on the Leviathans, because now I finally know how to deal with them. I mean, but something that orange, the most logical thing to do is just avoid it. But nope, he actually decided to fight against them. And that takes guts. If you need to tweak your equipment, please use the mod station in the forward section. Retrieve pre-configured equipment from the lab next door to the data coil. 6483. Yep, all this non-functional stuff. More water. What we can't... Alright, I remember this. What can we learn from the hive mind of Strader 6? How are the individuals with the hive mind to be categorized? Are they merely dumb components of the larger intelligent organism, or is this larger mind merely a product of the independent organisms? Can it be both? We define organisms by their traits, but find invariably that these traits depend on those of their environment. The concept of a tadpole is meaningless without the concept of the frog it will develop into. The idea of a predator is empty without an understanding of its prey. This begs the question, if we define everything by reference to everything else, what have we actually explained? An illustrative experiment was recently performed on the hive mind colony discovered on Strader 6. A device was placed outside the nest which would electrocute individuals approaching it. An ant colony would have lost many individuals before a basic danger signal was successfully communicated between them, resulting in learned avoidance of the device. Successful, but costly. The Strader 6 colony quickly formed into two factions. One attempted to move the device by brute force, sacrificing individuals as they did so. The second attempted to cover the device in sand. These two goals being mutually exclusive, a fight ensued. The first faction was beaten in virtue of the reduced numbers. Pardon me. Running out of air.
Oxygen.
Yeah, you're telling me just now? What happened to the 30-second warning? Where was I? The device was safely buried, and the survivors called a truce. From the perspective of the individuals, this experience must have been horrific. From the perspective of the hive mind, a nagging problem had been overcome with the most effective solution. Which perspective is the correct one? We suggest that it is neither. By attempting to fit such entities into our rigid set of concepts, we are painting onto the world a false impression of concreteness and meaning, which is a reflection of our concepts of ourselves. We describe Strader 6 individuals as attacking one another, just as we describe microbes in the human body. Yet the Strader colony, like the body, cannot be healthy as a whole without the aggressions of its components. We describe neurons in the brain as being dumb, but brains as a whole as intelligent. But when an idea takes hold in the brain and forces out inferior ones, do we describe this as an act of aggression? Do we mourn dead neurons? When a philosophy or a technology takes hold in human society, when wars are fought over them and people die, is that rightly seen as being good or evil? This is not to undermine the meaning of our existence. From where we stand, our existence is very serious indeed. But is our civilization and our universe really any different from the colony on Strader 6? Is intelligence something limited to things of flesh and blood? Or is the universe truly one giant intelligent system, and we but amoeba blowing self-important potholes in its surface? We would do well as scientists to remember that our goal is not to paint the world as we see it, but to see it as it truly is. Easier said than done, because often there are those who try to paint it as they want to see it. The problem is everybody wants things to go their way. They don't want, because they won't accept things as they are.
Databank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated.
Let's see. The spadefish. Still have enough at the stasis rifle. Prawn suit. There you are, the repulsion cannon. And thankfully, from what I remember, magnetite can be found near the island. Try this. I see. Wrong. Good riddance. What? Oops. There we are.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Good thing I got a power cell. Alright, not bad. The Aurora's fixed and we got our stuff. I noticed they didn't get the signal for the island. Whatever. We got a lot done. Now I can move on to the fun stuff. So, thank you everybody so much for joining me on this little adventure. Be sure to hit that like button to let me know you enjoyed yourselves. Pound that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing any more. If you're already subscribed, don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay up to date. And share any opinions you may have with me down in the comments below. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix signing off. Laters!